Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Alexa. Alexa is from Romania, but she lives in London, in the UK. So let's see what Alexa has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Alex, how are you?
I am good, excited for this one. I've been watching some of your videos on YouTube, and they look interesting. They look fun,
Oh, thanks
relaxing,
so
good energy. So
Thanks
yeah,
so much for the time today for the interview. Thank you. I know you're very busy and you made the time for the interview today.
no
Appreciate it.
worries. My pleasure, and thank you for the invite as well.
Of course. So tell me, how was your day today?
Hot. We are in England, and our mild hot is super hot. So, but yeah, everything good. Had some clients, did some work, enjoy my time in the gym
I
every day
see.
going there. So, yeah,
Great.
it was a lovely day.
Tell me where you're from, Alex.
Originally, I'm from Romania,
Okay.
but now I live in here in England, in
Mhm.
London.
Yeah. And why London?
Why London? I don't know because when I moved to in the UK, my friends were around London, and I worked around here, so I kind of stayed around here.
Okay.
So that's why.
And where's about in Romania you are from?
It's a small city in east side of the country.
I see. So tell me something interesting about your city back in Romania.
My city back in Romania. The city where actually I was born is a very small one. It doesn't have much happening in there. Then I moved into another one, nothing
Uh-huh.
much happening there. And now I have a house in a city which is right in the middle of the country. If you guys heard about Brasov, it's part of Transylvania, not far from Dracula's castle.
I see. I see. Amazing. And what do you do for work for living, Alex?
I'm a sports mindset coach. I work with athletes, female athletes, and more
Mhm.
specific from strongman sport.
Okay, so walk me through a little bit more about your journey in sports.
In the sports, well,
Yeah.
I actually been practicing sports since I was about 13 years old. So I
Oh,
always been involved in the sports. I always loved that. And then I came here in 2012, moved to in England, and I just joined the gym, start going to the gym, start lifting weights. I love that. Then I joined the gym here in London. It belongs to Dave Beatty. He's one of the well-known powerlifter. And he
oh,
spotted me from the first day. He said, "Do you want to compete in powerlifting?" I had absolutely no clue what that was. I just knew that people lift heavyweight. And
wow.
I said yes. And I started practicing powerlifting for about 4 years. And then I switched to strongman. Strongman is diverse. It has different events, tests you from different angles, and it's a bit more interesting because you're not doing the same competition over and over again.
I see. Wow, that's amazing. It's so interesting how those people cross our lives and they see
Hmm.
something about us and we just start a journey. That's amazing.
Absolutely, yeah.
My God, so you came to London 2012, the Olympics. It was before or after?
I think it was straight after because I came in October.
Oh, yes, it was after then.
Yeah,
Yes, it was
yeah,
after the
yeah.
Olympics. Yeah. Wow, amazing. Okay, Alex. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your point of views. Okay.
Sure.
But before we start our journey within the magic box, I'd like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Something interesting about me.
Yeah.
Well, this is a hard question. Um, I don't know what else apart like maybe in the sports last year, I broke a world record in the overhead press, 105.5 kilograms, without even training for that. I didn't
Oh,
even plan to do that.
that's
It was
amazing.
just all the power in my mind.
Oh, wow. And where was that?
It was here in England. It was a British competition.
Oh my God, that's very interesting for sure. Amazing.
Thank you.
Alex, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
And let's go. Let's do this. Excited.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box.
Thank you.
So I have here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just first to relax before the first question, okay?
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's do it. Okay, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Okay.
Amazing. First question is, what do you like the most about yourself?
About myself, I think my resilience. I had quite a challenging life, and up to this point, I'm still doing okay. Mentally, I'm still holding on. So yes, it has to be my resilience.
And why you always have this mindset of being resilient, or it's something that you kind of learn through your life?
No, it's something that I definitely learn and develop through my life, through experiences in my life. And I just always knew that I can't, no matter what's happening, I have to keep going and to move on. I didn't know what to do, but I knew that I have to get over it. So yeah.
Yeah, sometimes life threw us some challenge that the only way to go is to go through, to face it, and to go. There's no way for you to go around or turn back. You just need to face
No,
it.
absolutely, yeah.
Tell me something. And when you think about yourself, you already mentioned about being resilient, but what's the biggest joy of being Alex? What do you like the most about being you, your personality?
Sometimes I just come up with funny things out of nowhere. Like I'm making some subtle jokes, but yeah, my friends there, they just look at me and they start laughing and like how it came up with that thing. So
And your
I
best
guess I can entertain myself easily.
and your best friends, they live in London as well, or they live in other parts of Romania?
Yeah, around London, but the other side of London. So when you say London, we're kind of not together anymore because they're on the other side. It takes hours to get on the other side.
Oh wow. Yeah, London is big, so it takes
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
Next question. Okay, Alex. Next question is talking about friends. Tell me, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
My best friend. I'm not sure about like best friend. Like friends have
Yeah.
a very small list of friends.
Huh?
I think the biggest difference that I've always been known about it was I'm more rational than emotional. It's not that I don't feel emotions. I do,
Right.
certainly. But most of the times I prefer to be more rational than emotional.
I see. And what's the biggest similarity?
Similarity.
Yeah.
I do have the childish side of it. So we do childish things.
And living in London, you've been living in London. Do you find like the Romanian community, it's quite big, or it's quite difficult to find some people from Romania here in London, in your opinion?
I'm not actually part of a like Romanian community, although some of my friends are Romanian. Most of the people on this side, everyone that are not on this side of London, no Romanians at all. It's just everyone, in here. But I'm not actually part of a call itself Romanian community.
Okay.
But there are many Romanians around London. So if you want to go to a Romanian shop, you find one easily. If you want to go to Romanian restaurants, there's one close by. Romanian churches nearby.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you go to the Romanian restaurant, what's your favorite dish to have?
Oh, we have. It must be a soup. It always has to be a soup. We have our special soups that they do have loads of veggies inside and proper meat, like big chunks of meat. And then there's something that people see it as a Romanian, but it's not actually Romanian. Comes from Turkey. It's the wine leaves, the stuffed wine leaves. Yeah,
Okay.
so they're actually Turkish stuff, but we grew in popularity with them. So those are really nice to have.
And do you like cooking?
Mm, I do cook for myself,
Okay,
but it's nothing like Romanian traditional stuff.
I see. Okay, next question. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of being a mindset coach? Yeah, what do you like the most about coaching people?
It has to be those moments when my client they send me a text message and they say, I overcame this fear, or I achieved this thing today, or you know, I've had this situation and I was so good at dealing with it. You know, those small wins when you receive a text message. Because I'm telling you, there was sometimes some of my clients they send me a text message thanking me and showing me what they managed to do, and
Wow.
I had like a tear in my eye. Although it's hard to get me crying, but seeing that joy, that must
Uh-huh.
be the biggest one. Yeah.
Wow. I've got goosebumps now saying that. It's powerful.
Oh.
And the opposite, what do you find most challenging about your career as a coach?
Um, I think again, coming from my clients, some of them they've been through some really difficult situations in their life, and
Hmm.
they've been hurt by certain people, and it's really hard to sit there and listening to them how other people treated them, because I
Right.
could never imagine like a human being could behave and harm others in like this. And some of them they did struggle with difficult situations, and it's really hard because you have to sit there taking it in, and you can't actually react in front of the camera. And I can't even go and discuss with others about it, like to express my
No,
feelings. I have to have my confidentiality. So that must be the hardest part
absolutely.
of it.
And most of your, your clients or people that connects with you, they are women or they are men as well.
I tend to work mainly with women.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have some male clients as well,
Hmm.
but majority are women.
I see. Okay. Next question is, if you could have been in a moment or event in history, which one that would be and why?
Oh, a moment in history.
Yeah, it could be anything.
I don't know, to be honest. I never thought about that. Um, I kind of like the beginning of the 80s, although I'm born in 1990. But looking
Uh-huh.
at telly, the energy, how they used to lose the parties and things like that. I'm
Yeah.
not a party person. I'm not doing that anymore. But I think it was more connection and more living out there than what we're going through today.
I'll tell you something, Alex. I love the 80s. I grew up in the 80s, yeah, as a child, and I think was the best decades, the music. I don't know, I remember growing up with my dad. My dad is a truck driver, and I remember him like listen to Prince, to Elton John, to Michael Jackson, Madonna, the big star
Mhm,
in the 80s. And I
mhm,
was like, oh my God. I even could understand English because, back in Brazil. But I remember the vibe of the 80s, and I was like, my God, I love that. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. One of I wish I could go back, to the 80s with the age I am right now, just to feel like a little bit
Yeah,
of their
yeah.
vibe,
The
a little
experience, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
experience. I think would be amazing. Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. You like dancing?
Um, I do like dancing, but I'm not very good at dancing.
Amazing. Next question is, what's your favorite band of all time and why?
Band, like as in music.
Yeah,
Mm,
could be an artist as well. Doesn't need to be like a band. Could be an artist as well.
like looking at bands, back when I was a child, I was more into rock music.
Okay.
So things like Korn, even Linkin Park, yeah, they
Uh-huh.
were the ones. But I also on this side of it, speaking of the 80s and back there, like Madonna, the old songs. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's like
And
variety of it.
and when you think about your childhood back in Romania, what's the best memory that comes to your mind?
Um, during my childhood, it
Yeah.
has to be like during the summertime when we're going on holidays on the seaside. I always dreamed of owning a house close to the seaside to come out the house and see the seaside. Yeah, so it has
And do
to be that.
and do you go back sometimes to visit family, friends back in Romania or not?
Yeah, I only have my grandma who she lives in there stable, and
Mhm.
I have an older brother, but he's moving up and down. I mean, he's traveling a lot, so I go and visit her. Yeah, a few
Oh.
times a year I do go and visit her.
And which person in your life right now you feel more connected with or more close to?
Um, it has to be my mom.
Oh,
I mean,
sweet.
yeah, yeah, she's yeah,
She's your mom. It says everything.
yeah. We do kind of like we talk like daily, and then we don't talk for days. But then when we talk, is like we just spoke like half an hour ago. So
Oh,
yeah.
wow. And she's back in Romania or she's here in London as
No,
well?
no, she's here. She's here. But
Oh,
she's as well traveling up and down. We're kind of sharing the same house, but she's kind of never around here. She's always traveling.
oh.
So yeah.
Okay, so your mom is watching this interview right now and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say? She's watching.
Um, just to keep going. Just keep going for life. Because she's done
Oh,
it. She's done it very well, and she can do it.
amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. You're like, oh my God, I can see this crazy man dance in front of me without music. Right, of course, I can see behind you say optimal performance. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So what is about?
But this is this is the coaching business that I have. This is where I sit when I coach everyone. My laptop is my mini
I,
office.
and why the name optimal performance?
Um, because I work with athletes, and optimum means the best, and
Hmm.
athletes wants to have the best performance.
Yep.
But to achieve your best performance, there are pieces of the puzzle that you have to put together, and
Right.
mindset is something that must be in there as well. If you miss this piece of the puzzle, then it's it's not going to be there. You're not going to be able to achieve the ultimate performance, top one.
Amazing. Okay. Next question is, what is a negative thing that happened to you that came out as a positive thing in the end?
Um, one specific one. I'm not sure because, to be honest, I was thinking about everything that happened in my life,
Hmm.
and I I realized that everything that happened actually led me where I am here today,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't change that because if things would have happened differently, probably my life would have been on a different trajectory. So I'm not
But,
sure if I would have been chasing like what I'm doing now, this mindset coaching. It's although I'm in love with the mindset.
uh-huh.
I love helping people. The work that I do with my clients is not just sports. Big part of it. It's about personal travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I love my work. And if everything happened differently, probably I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today. So,
Totally. I totally agree with you, and I think everything counts in the end of the day. And as you said, if you didn't go through that, maybe you wouldn't be ready to help your clients right now.
yeah,
I think going through that, and of course, at the time, it wasn't easy. I'm sure
yeah,
it was difficult. You couldn't understand why it was happening. I'm sure sometimes you felt like there's no way out. However, when you look back now, you go like, now I understand why. And
yeah.
actually, I was thinking about that today. Actually, I was literally thinking about that because all of us we go through things in life. You know what I mean? Of course,
Mm.
some of people they go more difficult times, but I think all of us we have something that's built the person we are right now. Totally agree with your point. Think about today. I was actually thinking about my God. You know, when I look back as well, I had, you know, I have my troubles, I have growing up, but at the same time as well, I had, you know, some positive things. And I think at the end of the day, everything counts. It just builds the person we are. And I'm sure in 10 years' time, we're going to look back, say, I'm grateful for those moments as well. And that's how it
Absolutely.
goes, for sure. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Let's go.
For the next question, so tell me a little bit about, you know, this, I would say category, strong woman is a category, or it's a, how
It's a sport in itself.
is a sport itself?
It's actually, it started as strongman because
Yes.
were men doing it, but
Yeah.
women, they got involved and they decided to call the woman side of it strong woman.
Wow.
So it's the same sport. It's a beautiful sport because it's testing you from different angles. It's not just being strong, but you have to be athletic as well. So power, endurance, because we have events where you have to carry an implement for a distance or for time. You have to throw things, so you need power. And it's very, very challenging. And the beauty is that you cannot find one singular person in this world who is the best in everything. Because if you want to build strength, to be the strongest, then your power will suffer. Like you won't see a super strong person having super fast feet like the footballers. You know, Lamine Yamal, he's very quick on his feet now. You won't see a person with muscles being able to do that. So there are traits that you have to think, if you want to be more than that, you have to, this side has to suffer. So I think this is the beauty of the sport because it's testing you from different angles and you kind of have to balance it. And every time after every single competition, when you go back into training, you train different areas, different implements. So yeah, that's with the sport.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, what makes you feel discouraged?
What makes me feel discouraged?
Yeah.
If you would have asked me this like 1 year ago, probably it was the fact that I couldn't see myself someone who can stand out there, like being in front of the people. But now I've learned that if I do the work on myself, you know, I can show it out there for the people. First, I have to build myself. I have to build the trust, the confidence on myself, the skills. And as long as I'm working on developing the skills that I need to achieve what I want to achieve, then everything else will be okay in life. Feeling discouraged, I'm not very sure about it. Again, it goes towards my resilient mindset that
Of
whatever
course.
happens, it will happen, and I'll come back to it again.
And of course, being, you know, being a coach and you run your business, of course, you know, it's every day, it's a working day, you know what I mean? I'm sure you have these thoughts as well, because it's something about your business. You're kind of person that sometimes you can completely disconnect, like, okay, it's a day off. I'm gonna literally just enjoy the day without even thinking about my business. Can you do that, or you kind of person that's always there?
At the minute, no. At the minute, no. I have someone very dear to me who she's always, come on, let's go here, let's go there, holiday. I'm like, I can't. I can give you 2 hours.
I love it.
Well, it's really hard at the minute because everything if I'm not with my clients or if I'm not doing something business specific, I read quite a lot because I have to develop the skills. And it's something that I don't feel that I have to do. I'm doing it because I love it.
Yeah, I totally get your point. Totally get. I think it's when you do something with passion, when you have, it's just there. You cannot avoid it. It's just there. I
Yeah.
understand. Sometimes you need to, you know, disconnect somehow. For example, for me, the only time I don't think about the magic box, actually, the 2 times when I'm sleeping and when I'm in the cinema watch a movie. I love movies, so I go to the cinema once a week or sometimes twice a weekend just to disconnect a little bit, you know. But as soon as I leave the cinema, straight away, like come
Yeah,
straight away.
absolutely.
It's so funny, amazing. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, of course, being a coach, as you mentioned before, you deal with a lot of, you know, um, situations with clients where they share a lot of their lives. You know, sometimes can be negative things as well, not just positive things. Yeah. For you as a coach, how do you find a way for you to not to block, but for you somehow filter, not to take this energy to your personal life? You know what I mean? There's a way for you to kind of somehow protect yourself, you know what I mean? Even though you are there for them, I'm sure you are listening to them, you put yourself in their shoes, but at the same time as well, you know, you need to protect yourself for not for you, for others as well. So how do you
Yeah.
do that, if you know what I mean?
I'm not sure I can describe it
Mm-hmm.
exactly how I'm doing it, but I think this is a skill that I kind of developed through my life without even realizing it because um, I had a period of time when I was bullied, people, were talking things to me, and I've tried to show myself as a strong person
Yeah,
and someone who's not affected by words, by their behavior. So I've kind of, you put a barrier up and
yeah,
you are listening, you understand the person, what is saying, what is going through, but you know that, the emotions that sit on the side. So I'm kind of using this skill in my coaching as well. I do, like I said, the hardest bit is when people they're describing what they went through and how they've been hurt. And I had a situation with a client who we went through really deep things, and I could feel myself like kind of in the crying moment because it was so hard to take it in what the client went through. But I had to, it's just my automatic mechanism that goes up now when I'm
yeah.
dealing with emotions like this. It's straight away like a barrier, and I'm just
Uh-huh.
listening, taking in, but I'm not expressing feelings and emotion outside.
I see. Do you cry easily, Alex?
Not really. It takes a little bit of it has to be something very deep, very meaningful. If it's something related to my family,
Mm-hmm.
it does catch me a bit easier.
Yes. I think it's yeah, family can go straight away to the point, and sometimes you just cannot control it, just straight
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
What's your star sign astrology?
Um, Capricorn,
So you are December or January?
January.
January.
Towards the end of it.
I see. My sister Capricorn, actually, my
Is she?
sister. Very
What day?
strong. Very strong, for sure. Very like stubborn. Oh my God, we are
Yeah.
so different. Me and my sister. My friends when they met, in the past when they met me, my sister growing up, they're like, William, you are so different. Like, and I admire her. She got this very strong personality. You know what I mean? Like very strong. I always admired her. I always been very soft, and she was very strong. So she's the 22nd of December, like very close to Christmas.
Okay, very close to Christmas. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, next question for you is what was the biggest punishment have you ever received?
Oh, biggest punishment. I don't know, to be honest, because um I grew up just with my mum,
Mhm.
and she was kind of always busy with work. She had two, three jobs on time,
Wow.
and I kind of tried not to disappoint her. And I was just going to school, coming back home, doing some tidying up, cleaning around the house, cooking my own food and stuff like that. I was trying to be like, I don't want to upset her.
I see.
So I think it was when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
Um, and she found some text messages in my phone, and she took my phone
Oops.
away from me. It was back then when mobiles phone they came out, and we're like, as kids, I want to have one. It was a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
And she took away a phone from me. Probably was that one, yeah.
Sweet. Very sweet. Tell me something, Alex. What's the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life. Um, I think to discover ourselves,
Hmm.
what we're capable of, and to express our desires and
Wow.
ourselves, of
Tell
course.
me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for it.
A life lesson. There's been so many recently. Um, think that the first one that, you first of all, you see the world around you based on who you are internally.
Wow, that's a big one.
And yeah, it's in the Bible as well, as in heaven, so on earth, as within, so without. So I think that's the biggest lesson, because I never understood how like people can have great things in life, can have a beautiful life, and so on. And then I
Mhm.
understood that it's me that I need to work on. If I'm happy on the inside,
Mhm.
everything around me will be okay. So probably that's the biggest lesson, you know.
You, you just made me remember a quote. You're saying that I got a little bit of goosebumps because I remember a quote somebody told. I read once. Somebody said, um, you can let people be themselves always. However, you have a duty to become a better person every single day. And
Exactly.
I believe that because people, okay, they have their eyes, they are in their own journey as well, yeah.
Hmm.
However, your duty is to be a better person every single day. And when I read that for the first time, I was like, oh my god, I need to hear that, because I totally believe we need to work on ourselves every day, you know what I mean, become,
Absolutely.
for sure. Love it. Last question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's one. But before the last question, of course, working with people, I'm sure that you teach a lot. You are coaching someone. I'm sure they listen to you. They trust you. They trust your service. They trust your job. They trust your what you are there for them. But at the same time as well, I'm sure you learn a lot as well. You always learn with people.
Absolutely.
So my question for you is, tell me something that you've learned through your career, that from someone or from different people, that you go like, you know what, I'm in the right path, just because I've learned something. There's something that you could share?
Like one thing that I've learned.
Yeah, something from people, from your client, from the
Mhm.
experience you had, not just coaching, but through your sports as well. Something that you go like, you know what, I needed to learn that. I'm grateful for it. If there is anything.
Um, Again, there are like so many things, because in the last year I've been learning a lot.
Uh-huh.
Um, Even specific to my coaching, spirituality, a lot of it, and personal development,
Okay.
a lot of it. And I think it's the biggest one is that we are the creator of our life,
Mm-hmm.
and everything that we want, that we desire, we can achieve, as long as we are definite on what we want to achieve, and we also work with open heart and with faith.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's one thing that, because you asked me earlier what scares me, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
afraid of, and I've read this quote a while ago, and it's kind of stuck in my mind, that faith and fear, they both required you to believe in something which is unseen. So why
Wow.
not choose faith?
That's so true. It makes so sense. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Wow. Beautiful.
So I think that's the thing that's stuck with me. I'm like, well, if I'm in doubt, if I'm afraid or scared, I might as well just choose faith.
Absolutely. You cannot see it. You need to choose. Yes.
Exactly, exactly,
I love it. I was thinking about that now always when I'm with fear or if I have faith.
exactly, exactly.
I think this one's gonna be easy for you. Last question is, what's the biggest prize you ever won?
The biggest prize.
Yeah.
Wow. Um, I'm not sure.
You have so many, that's why.
I think, yeah, I do, because I've obviously I've been competing for a long time, and I went to competitions, I won or placed top three
Okay,
trophies, and
okay, I'm gonna ask okay, in a different way. So tell me one of those prizes that you won that you thought that you wouldn't win, or you said, okay, I'm not gonna make it, and you did it. One of them.
okay. So I think the most in my sport, what happened. So we have different events, and one of them is, if you know, like a log to press it above the head. And during COVID time, unfortunately, we lost a really important person from our sport. And he helped a lot transitioning, bringing up the women's side of the sport.
Okay.
So, who the organizer of the competition decided to, for this event, to give a special prize for in recognition for the woman, the strong woman, the athlete who competed that stood out in that competition. So you only basically you won recognition for your efforts and the trophy. And that was the first time, the second year where they gave this award, I won it without expecting it. And that was the very first time when I won something by being acknowledged, by being seen. First time in my life.
Wow.
So that's why, like, a part of being on, like, winning competitions or anything else, that means a lot to me because I have been seen amongst others.
That's a good one. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Amazing. Okay, so then yet, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with money,
Possibilities.
fear,
Um,
you
fear.
cannot see it. You cannot see it.
Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah. I was thinking of one word.
No, you can tell. So,
Unseen.
okay. Family,
Love.
life,
Yeah. Magic.
religion,
Belief.
love,
Again, magic.
politics,
Debate.
okay, sex,
Expression.
friendship,
Trust.
desire,
Probably not knowing. Yeah. The unknown of
Mhm.
yourself.
I like that. It's okay. You can say 2 or 3 words, fine.
Okay.
Not-
Okay.
regret,
Regret. Maybe mindset. Changing to
mhm, success,
your own vision.
okay. One word for wish,
Trust.
happiness,
Happiness is again, it's your own thing.
I like it. One word for London,
Crowded. Overcrowded.
for sure. One word for Romania,
Mysterious.
I like that. I like that. One word for mindset coach,
Again, possibilities.
okay. One word for strong woman sports,
Tough.
and the last one now, optimum performance, the name of your business.
The best.
The best, of course. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your mom for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, define Alexia in one positive and one negative word only. What she would say about you?
Positive one. Kindness.
Okay.
And negative one. Stubborn.
Good one. Let's play now, Alexa, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask the question, people watch this interview right now. Yeah, some women they'd like to get into the sport. They'd like to become a strong woman. Based on their desire. Maybe they want to get into it, and they would like to contact you or to to know a little bit more about your business, about your coaching. What's something about you that's about what you offer that stands out, that people go like, okay, that's something very interesting?
I think through the work that I do with my clients, I'm not just helping them to become the athlete that they want, but also the person that they wish to be in this life because they overcome so many personal challenges and mindset blocks, and including trauma of the past. So it's not just about sports, but it's more about the person.
Beautiful. Okay, you can ask me a question now, Alex.
A question for you. So if you were to have the interview of your life, who would you like to interview? Like one special person, and maybe
Oh,
why?
oh my God, you put me big in the spot right now. There's so many people. Oh my God. But okay, I'm gonna tell you the first person that came to my mind as soon as you said that. And I'm sure one day he's gonna be here because I'm very positive as well. I have this positive mindset. Yeah.
There you go.
Barack Obama.
Oh,
I would love to have him on the show one day to, imagine he's doing the World Association game, you know what I mean? Imagine like asking questions about random questions that he never answered before, something very to see like, him as a different way, like as everyone saw this very powerful man that left his mark in the world. Imagine asking him a random question about his childhood memories or his school memories or something like very random. I think I'd
wow.
love to have him on the show one day here, and I'm sure he'll be one day. I'm sure. And he came to my mind straight away, Barack Obama for sure.
That's amazing. I'm gonna keep watching your channel, so I'm gonna see one day. I'm gonna see your interviewing Barack Obama.
Yes, and I'm gonna put in the end. You know what, Barack Obama? I had someone who asked me this question. Look, she's watching as well, and I showed this clip to him.
I cannot wait for the day. Wishing you all the good luck with it.
Thank you so much. Did you enjoy the interview, Alex?
Absolutely. I love the energy. It's very interesting. It's super cool what you're doing.
Thanks
I
again.
appreciate it.
Thanks for being so kind and accepting the invitation. I know we are so busy with our own lives. And when they take their time for us, it's a big thing. So thanks again for making time for the interview.
I
And
appreciate it.
and carry on with your beat. I love it. I love passionate people. I love those people when they want to express themselves. They want to help others at the same time. And I think I love passionate people. It brings me good energy. I think it's amazing. So carry on with your business, and I'm sure you know what I mean. You have a lot of more way to go for sure.
I appreciate your words.
Before you go, Alex, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
A positive message. I think people should turn more to their selves, to look inside of them, because everything that they are looking for on the external world, they can find it inside, and that's the truth what's in there.
Amazing, very good. How do I say thank you in Romania?
Mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc.
There you go.
Thanks again. Regards to your mom and to your friends, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure on the show. Okay, have a good
I
night.
appreciate it. I appreciate you. Have
Take
a lovely
care.
evening.
Bye
Nice
bye.
meeting you. Take care.
Good.
Bye bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.